working back as a paralegal again. I think I told you all that. So I'm back on a nice normal schedule again, Monday to Friday. You know, off at 5 or 5:30 whenever I pry myself away from my desk. And weekends off, you know, just nice, normal, same schedule again. So, and it's full-time, 40 hours a week, which means, you know, I'm not working 20 hours a week at one job and 20 hours a week at another job and 20 hours a week at a third job. It's just all in one job, all together, one job. Yay. So that makes life a whole lot easier for me in so many ways. It frees up a lot of time that I can work on getting ready for the trail. So not only am I, you know, saving money for the trail, I'm also obviously working on getting my health back to where it needs to be. Because over the past year, you know, it's just been basically rehab and fixing the pain and fixing the issues that cause the pain, so on and so forth. But I have never had that much actual strength anyway, at least not upper body arms. So I need to get, you know, build muscle, I need to lose the weight, and I need to get the cardio conditioning back to where it needs to be. And obviously I need, you know, leg strength, core strength, it's strength everywhere. So right now I'm just like a blob of weakness right now. So I have been doing my DDP yoga in the mornings when I wake up, and I am tracking what I'm eating, doing all the things. And Sunday I went to a local gym and signed up for a local gym about 3 miles from my house. And I also signed up with a personal trainer 3 times a week for 3 months. I'm gonna keep this thing in the high gear. And the fun part about that is, okay, not only is getting a personal trainer like, you know, kind of a big deal. It's going to be a lot. My trainer is a military reservist. I forgot to ask what branch. I don't know if it's Army, Marines, Air Force, whatever. But he's definitely very much currently military. And he's the one who's going to be my trainer, which is freaking perfect in so many ways. For one thing, he's going to kick my ass 6 ways to Sunday and then back again, which is exactly what I need, right? Secondly, if y'all know me or have been around a while, you know that one thing I have always done ever since I was a teenager is I have always, adopted deployed military members who are deployed overseas, sending letters, sending care packages. That's how I got my original nickname of Mama Cat, because I was mom. I was baking 20 dozen cookies to send to a platoon of Marines, and I was collecting 10,000 Christmas cards to send to troops all over the world, and sending letters every week, and visiting soldiers' hometowns, and getting them leaves from their favorite tree in their yard that they missed, and things like that. So, and veterans, I love my veterans. I'm a VFW auxiliary member because my brother was also in the Navy during the Cold War. So military, veterans, all that is like super, super dear to my heart. And just very important to me. And so for me to have an actual currently serving military member be my personal trainer, that's like the biggest win ever. I mean, okay, I am going to die. He is going to kill me. I will die. But if I can survive him, right, then by gosh, I can walk 2,200 miles to Maine, right? If I can survive this kid, then I can climb Katahdin. That's my theory. And the cool thing is, too, that I told him why I'm at the gym, that I am hiking the Appalachian Trail next year in honor and support of survivors survivors of domestic violence, survivors of child abuse, hiking in honor and memory of those who did not survive domestic abuse and child abuse and all of that. And that is why I am hiking, to hopefully bring encouragement and inspiration to people who came from a background like I did, right? And he thought that was super cool, and he's behind it all the way, and so he kind of connected with that, and I feel really good that this is gonna be a good thing. Now I'm gonna be poor as a church mouse, but it's okay, because paying for this personal trainer for 3 months is still less than I was paying for my medical treatment when I first got off the trail. So I'm like, oh, if I could pay for that, working 2 jobs and sleeping not at all, then I can pay for this, working 1 job and sleeping at least a little bit more. And it's going to be worth it. So that is my big update. Is I have joined a gym, I've hired a trainer, the trainer is military, and I am going to die, but I'm okay with dying. It's fine. It's fine. Not dying literally. All you algorithm chatbots, I am speaking metaphorically. I am not really going to die, nor do I want to. So all you little algorithms and chatbots and whatever, calm down. But yeah, it's gonna be good, and I am excited. And I go Thursday for my first session with him, and yeah, Advil is my friend. I'm just gonna take it with me. Advil's going in my gym bag. I'll take it before I leave the place. So there's that. Now, also on a much more serious note, I kind of thought about doing a separate video on this, but while I'm driving, I might as well do it now. As you know, I am doing this hike for survivors and non-survivors of domestic violence. Being that I have come out of that kind of background. One of my friends, trigger warning here, if hearing about domestic violence and the results thereof is harmful to your well-being, go ahead and scroll away now. Because this is sad. But one of my friends who I have known online for over 20 years, we were kind of like in the same little online circle. Back in the early 2000s, we were all doing a bunch of troop support, care packages, visiting veterans and things like that back during the early days of the war. We met online that way, and we have stayed in touch all those 20 plus years. First it was blogs before Facebook was a thing, and now then when Facebook kind of took off, we all kind of migrated over to Facebook, and me and my friend Debbie, we would always just send each other the absolutely most inappropriate memes and TikTok videos imaginable. We always kind of talked about, she loved New Orleans. New Orleans was like her favorite place in the world. We always talked about going to New Orleans too, because I've never been to New Orleans, always wanted to go to New Orleans. She loves New Orleans. It's like, okay, one day we're going to New Orleans. Well, Saturday night, yes, Valentine's night, I was scrolling on my phone before I go to bed, and I'm seeing all these messages pop up in my feed. Oh my God, Debbie, I can't believe you're gone. And I'm like, what the hell? And so I go to her page, and I'm like scrolling through all these comments, and as if that's not tragic enough, they have a profoundly disabled son, adult son, who's 25, but I think mentally young child age, lives in a group home. He was her world. And now suddenly this poor kid, he does not have parents anymore. His mother is no longer on this planet, and his father is locked up for sending her off of this planet. And this kid, like I said, he's mid-20s, but in no way, shape, or form will he have the capacity to even begin to understand what happened and why mom isn't visiting him anymore. And it is devastating. Absolutely devastating. So, what does this have to do with the video? Well, when I hike next year, I'm going to carry her picture with me in my pack. Because not only am I a survivor of domestic violence, and I know so many other people who are survivors of domestic violence and child abuse and all the things, but this is one of my actual online friends who unfortunately did not make it out alive. And it was, and is, sudden and dramatic and unexpected and just gut-wrenching. So my hike is now even more personal. It's not just, me and other survivors. It is in memory of my friend Debbie and in honor of her son, who was suddenly left in this terribly confusing, frightening world. So that's why I'm hiking the trail, and that's why it's so important to me. And now it's even more important. If you're in an abusive marriage, whether it's, only verbally abusive, which is still abuse, or whether it's physical or whatever, please get in touch with a hotline, domestic violence shelter, something. Make a safety plan and get out safely. They say leaving is the most dangerous time in an abusive relationship. Male, female, doesn't matter. Leaving is the most dangerous time because this is what can happen. So make a safety plan and leave safely. Just plan, prepare, do whatever you have to. But don't stay in an abusive marriage a minute longer than you have to, or abusive relationship, if not marriage. Because abuse does not get better, right? Abuse does not stop. They do not snap out of it. It will not improve. And leaving or not leaving, a lot of times the end result isn't going to be any different. If you leave, it's scary. If you stay, it's scary. But life on the other side of leaving, once you're through it and you get out, I am, Exhibit A, life is gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful and magical, and you can create a happy life for yourself, and you can pursue your dreams and your goals and your passions, and you can do things that you never suspected you could do. You will surprise yourself, and you will flourish and see joy and magic everywhere on the other side of it. So be safe, but get out when you can. Do it safely, do it carefully. Don't try to do it alone. Reach out for help, because I don't want anybody else to ever end up not on this planet because of evil. And that's why I'm hiking, and that's why I'm making videos and sharing everything. Probably oversharing way too much, but you know what, I don't care. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it is part of life, and you can survive, you can grow, you can thrive, because you are not what the abusers say you are. You are magical, you are wonderful, you are strong. You might not know you're strong, but you are. So, you're worth the effort. You're worth the effort of working to build your life. You're worth the effort of the struggle it takes to create something beautiful. So don't let anybody convince you that you're not, because you are. So, yep, my mind is kind of blank now, so that's just kind of that. That's why I'm hiking, and that's why I'm sharing, and you know, if you don't think anybody else believes in you, I do. You way over there in the corner, you lurking way over there, pretending to not watch the video, but you are anyway. Yeah, I believe in you too. All of you, I believe in you, because you are made in the image of God. You are worthy of love, kindness, respect, and joy. Don't ever forget. So, anyway, now I'm home, so I'm going to go inside and get my dinner that I meal prepped yesterday. I think dinner this week is air-fried eggplant with rice and mixed vegetables of some kind. So yeah, that's gonna go be dinner. I'm gonna go nuke that, brew myself a cup of tea, and just kind of chill out and unwind for Monday. So y'all have a fabulous night, day, afternoon, whenever you see this. Remember, you are awesome, you are worthy, and I always say, live, love, hike. Live. That's the first part. You can't love and you can't hike if you don't live. So, live. Have a great night. And if you think about it, light a candle for my friend and her family. Bye for now.